Hi there, Z here, and I want to do a commentary video because I want to do a commentary video before I go into editing my next kind of bigger video or the one that I put a lot of time and effort into. Because like I said before, I don't like editing and then I'll just take a break for a little bit to do this thing. No, I usually like focusing on one thing and then going at it. And this is something I've wanted to say for about a week, but I was already editing my Fallout video, so I'm like, I just need to get rid of it. I need to get it done. And then my weekend was full of bullshit. And then after that, it's like, okay, now's the time where I can actually talk about this before I start editing and focusing on my next project. But it's something that I really wanted to talk about. And it's been about a week old. So if I'm late to the party, I apologize. But it's still in my mind. It's still in my heart. Guess what I'm going to fucking say, because it's the internet. So I have a serious question here. And I don't mean serious because I don't like being serious on this channel, because, hey, I'm not a serious guy. I mean, there are times where I get serious because I fucking hate getting fucked anally by the AAA games company. But I have something that I want to ask everyone here. And this is like a legitimate, question. Put it down in the comments of what your answer is if you want to. I'm not forcing you to, obviously. You could say, fuck off, Zach. Go eat the biggest pile of dicks you could find. Fair enough. But at what point, as a gamer, as a legitimate gamer, not somebody who plays on their mobile phone for 20 minutes every single day, no, the actual gamers out there, at what point do we give up on developers and publishers? Both equally. Because, when I found out that Activision fired 800 people after having a record year, they sold a record amount of shit that year, and they still fired people because it wasn't as good. It wasn't as good as the people, as the money backers wanted. It wasn't as good. Fuck it. Yeah, we didn't get as much money as we wanted. And for those of you who don't know, yeah, Activision fired 800 people. They ruined 800 people's lives temporarily. I mean, people can always get jobs. Programming video games is still a fairly not lucrative, but you can get another job. You might have to relocate, which sucks, but you gotta do what you gotta do to keep your family in your house and the food on your table, am I right? And it's a super sad thing. And you know me, I have been one of the people who have been saying shit about Bethesda. I've said shit about Blizzard. I've been saying shit about absolutely all the bullshit out there. But this is one of those things where it's bittersweet, because I don't want them to lose their livelihood because the company is a bag of dicks, okay? So it's like, I don't want you guys to go out of business because you employ a lot of people. I love how we have jobs here in the United States. I love it how we can keep people employed doing things that they like doing. I understand that places like EA fuck around with their employees. They treat them like garbage. There's horror story after horror story. EA and GameStop, personal stories, get hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube. People are interested in that, and it happens supposedly. But at what point as gamers do we have to say, I'm just tired of this. I'm just tired of this. Anthem is the newest thing now, where it's not even out yet, but it's out pretty much, because people who have, Origin Prime or something fucking stupid and retarded, people who have that, they're playing it and they're saying, wow, this looks amazing. And then they start playing for 3 hours and they're like, wow, I didn't know that this was a sleep aid. Are you fucking kidding me? At what point do we have to just be like, I'm just willing to let you guys die? I know that it's going to risk thousands of jobs, but I'm willing to let you guys fucking die. At what point is that going to be the final thing? I don't want it to be the final thing. Back in the day when developers and publishers could get along and the publishers didn't try to fuck over the developers by saying, well, this isn't going to make a lot of money. Our backers are not going to like this. So you're going to have to change almost everything about the game. Make it more grindy, put more microtransactions in it, make the microtransactions high so we get those fucking whales in here who really love the chum that we're putting in the fucking water. And then at that point, maybe we'll put it out. Maybe we'll back everything else here. You have to do what we said because it says it's on the paper. But obviously, we're the ones that are going to be able to determine what is good for our games. Because all of us, I'm not counting the whales, because the whales are going to do whatever the fuck they are. And if those of you who don't know, I'm saying the word whale a lot. For those of you who don't know, it's somebody who will pay anything. Anything and everything. They are the people who own every single skin in every single game because their mommy and daddy own 3 companies and they could spend all that fucking money. Not digging on them as long as it's just skins only. I don't care about microtransactions, but it makes things different. Like it's showing the game companies, oh yeah, this is working because there's a handful, there's thousands of whales out there, but the hundreds of thousands of people who don't like this shit, doesn't matter. We're getting our fucking profits, so fuck you, pieces of shit. Yeah, why don't you stop being entitled gamers, okay? Why don't you guys just stop being entitled gamers and just like the shit that we're just pouring into your throat with a funnel so it goes right down the esophagus and hits right in your stomach. We're feeding you. What are you complaining about? It's like, for fuck! This is why I don't like doing unedited, or like unscripted shit. I usually like having something in there, but this has just been something that's been stewing inside of me. It's not fair. It's not fair to the people who got fired. It's not fair to us gamers. It's not fair. And I know a lot of people who kind of have been with this before and watch the same kind of channels that I do, and they see that, oh, back in the day, Nintendo didn't fire people because it was bad for morale, and they said we can't have good games if the morale's bad. Yeah, and I agree with that. But unfortunately, this whole thing of how are we going to make more money is the fucking way things are going to be going. And I don't know how to fucking stop it. I know a lot of people are going to say, all right, drunk asshole, what the hell are you going to do? Tell me some decisions. And that is the biggest scumbag move in any debate ever. It's like, I'm not a fucking, I'm not a mental gymnastics professor here. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. I don't know anything about this. All I know is right now it fucking sucks. Right now it sucks. Hold on. I picked this up for a while. I've been cradling it like an 18-year-old's titty. So hold on a second. Better. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do. All I know is I know that there's different options out there. There has to be different options out there. If there's a will, there's a way. And guess what? The developers and publishers, you know what? I'm even really sad to say developers, but Blizzard had to have known. Activision's been a scumbag for years. When did they get bought out? Hold on. Activision with Blizzard. Merge with Blizzard. 2008. 2008, Activision. I mean, they were kinda still scumbags. I mean, not really. Off and on. They weren't that terrible. But they were starting to get terrible. And so Blizzard had to have known, hey, this looks very enticing. We're going to be able to get more money from these publishers, hire more people, make better games, but then you're working under a boss, an overall boss. The CEO of Blizzard, fuck you. I'm the CEO of Activision. I pay your fucking salary. Guess what? You're going to do what we tell you to do. We don't care about your fans. We don't care about your fans. Yeah, the fans that you gathered from the early 90s to right fucking now when you guys were making great games like StarCraft and the expansions to StarCraft, Warcraft 1, 2, 3, the expansions for every single one of them, and games that I probably don't even know that were probably fucking great. Once they came in, they're just like, nah. Who fucking cares about them? I got people over here who want money. You're gonna need money. I need money. These guys need money. You're gonna have to do what we say. What are you gonna fucking do about it? So, at what point are we just going to say, fuck it? Let the 1980s, like the 1980s video game crash happen again, and let's get some more fucking titans coming up through the ashes here. When is that going to happen? I don't want it to happen. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Yeah, sure, EA was a scumbag. They've been a scumbag for decades. They've had so many years of worst gaming company ever. Fine. You know what? We don't need to worry about that. But now everyone seems to be going that way. And unfortunately, like the indie games, which are the games that are probably better. Like, honestly, they are. As long as they don't get bogged down by the politics of what they try to put in their game, like, I can't remember what the game is, but it's like a steampunk type futuristic thing. It was a game that the politics of the game did not match what everyone else liked, and now they are fucking crippled because everyone's pulling out of them. It's like, so what? We're never going to get any good fucking games now. Nothing that really challenges the idea because, it might hurt my feelings. Don't buy the fucking game. Don't buy the game. I bought Gone Home, and that was the biggest piece of shit in my entire fucking life. That was the worst game I have ever played in my entire life. That was a complete game. Obviously, there's games like Road to Retribution. God dang it! I'm so bad at my shit here now. But it was the biker game that was completely hell. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna edit this out. Hold on a second. Ride to Hell Retribution. I wasn't even close. Like I said, that was before I even started really playing a whole lot of games, but I know that game was out there, and that game was crap from every angle. But I'm talking about an actual full game that was given so much praise, and I said, nope. Nope. I literally played fucking 5 hours of this game, and slowly but surely, with every fucking terrible tape after terrible tape after terrible tape, and just bad voice acting, and I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, so these 9 out of 10s, 10 out of 10s, 8 out of 10s, what is happening here? Because this is a terrible game. I came here to be scared, did not get scared. There was one jump scare, and that was it. The entire time it's, wow, this is a big fucking house. Where the fuck is everybody? And everything I'm reading is absolutely dreadful. This is all terrible. So what's going to happen? Are we just going to accept what everything else is doing now? This is not like a call to arms. This is not gamers rise up as much as the meme would show that I'm trying to say that. It's not that. It's literally me saying, when are we going to stop? Because if we keep letting them do microtransactions, if we keep letting them put bullshit into our games, if we keep letting them put grind wall after grind wall after grind wall to extend the gameplay a little bit more, instead of putting fucking effort and creativity into it, what the fuck is going to happen? We're just going to have the same type of bullshit. We're going to have the same type of Battlefield and Call of Duty and everything else that you just grind to. Anything that... The really thing that really pisses me off is that BioWare used to be one of the ones that is story-driven. Story-driven, with characters you fucking cared about, and a plot that's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That's an interesting plot. Am I going to save these group of people? Or should I save this, this small group of people who are high in office? Or should I save this massive amount of nobodies? Well, now I'm at a quandary right here. What a quagmire this is. Am I going to save the small boat full of little senators or whatever? Or am I going to save thousands of fucking people in this big battleship? And you guys know what I'm talking about. That was from the first Mass Effect. But now it's just, now they have Anthem. And I have not done it. I did not pay for it. I did not want to play it because I took one look at that and I said, wow, that looks pretty neat that you could fly around as a mech. What else is there? And then more shit started coming out. It's like, oh, fetch quest. Okay, what else is there? Oh, you kill this amount of enemies and you go back to these people. Okay, what else is there? And that's it. And then you walk through the marketplace and people had the deadpan stare like they just fucking killed 17 Vietnamese in 1978. And you're like, what is wrong with this person? They're talking about some sort of people I don't care about in a world that I've never been in. What is happening? And this is what it is now. Now we have to rely on indie developers to do the best that they can, because they're not afraid to say, no, we're going to talk about this. Fuck you. I don't care. We're going to talk about this. We're fronting the game. We made this from Kickstarter or Indiegogo. We'll do whatever the fuck we want with it. If you don't like what we're doing, then fuck off. Then you don't have to buy the game. And sometimes it backfires on them, but you know what? They're doing that from the merits of their own fucking creation. So if the game sucks, if it was poorly programmed, if the story sucks, guess what? It's just gonna sell bad, and you're probably gonna go out of business. That's just the way it is. That's every single business owner. They go through that. Every single person who opens up a business knows that the shit's gonna hit the fan, and when it does, it's on your ass. So you need to be sure that you bring the best shit to the market. But now AAA game companies, now we're getting money from these fucking people and whatever. It's just frustrating. So that was a whole lot of anger, and it had more turns, tips and turns than a pentagram. So I'm just gonna tell you guys, what do you think is going to happen? Do you guys ever think that this is, and don't worry, this is not something like a, oh, please put more comments into my video so I can get more viewers. No, no, no. I literally want to know because I've been thinking and I've been reading comment sections from other videos that have been like this, and I've seen very different opinions. I mean, mostly, hey, fuck these game companies, but let's really think about that. I don't want people to lose talent. Like, Blizzard had talent. Like, everyone's leaving Blizzard now, so they have no talent. So is there a point where, okay, all the old developers have gone over to new companies, so let's fucking cut off this one? Or what? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm not a politician. I'm not a game developer. I'm not a game publisher. I don't know. All I know is I fucking hate what's happening now, and I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Anthem looked like a fine game, and now it's fucking shit. Just like Fallout 76, and just like Blizzard, Diablo Immortal is going to be in the future. So I don't know. Money wins the world, I guess. Who fucking cares about creativity when you can get fucking money into the situation? I just need to stop right now because I'm about 3 seconds away from punching my screen. So, sorry about that. Bit of a rant. It's a rantable because obviously I was not in any coherent step-by-step process, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I hear some answers from you guys. Again, not forcing you. You can do whatever the fuck you want. And hope you guys have a good week. I'll be putting out the next video, boy, hopefully by the end of the week. But the way I'm typing up my script, because I started like yesterday, it's getting pretty long. So we'll find out. If it's going to take a little bit longer, that's just the way it's going to be. So cheers.